And that, guys, concludes the second day and second night. On this now third day, we got up, got ready, dressed, everything, went out and had breakfast at the hotel. Then we went back to the room and got ready for the beach and whatnot. And then we hailed a taxi cab. The taxi cab picked us up directly from our hotel. The destination where we ended up was at this wonderful Greek church next to the Red Beach. Here you guys can see the ocean. Next to the Red Beach, there's a ship here. If you look more leftward, you can see more ships and boats, okay? And more of the actual beach. Here to the right hand side is the actual Red Beach. You see guys here the red sand and rocks. The Red Beach. Here's the entire Red Beach in Santorini. And all the way at the end of the beach, on the other side, is actually this restaurant. You guys can see here what it looks like. Entering into the Red Beach, you're faced with a downhill slope. So you basically have to walk downhill. There's basically like some kind of, fake nature-made steps that you have to get through. So it's a bit of a dangerous task to do. After spending 15 to 20 minutes getting down that hill, step by step, rock by rock, you finally come down and see this wonderful red rock and red sandy beach. Oh my goodness, guys. It was so amazing, so fantastic, and a true gem. You can choose to bring your own beach towel and sit on that, but in our case, we found these free beach chairs sitting in a pile at the back of the beach, basically towards that back red wall. So I grabbed a couple and sat on them. While sitting down on these nice beach chairs, this was the view. Oh my goodness, guys, so fantastic. A nice beach filled with these sailboats. Wonderful. And also at this Red Beach, they're offering a transport via the small boat here service to the White Beach. We declined, however, we did not go to the White Beach. I'll let you guys now enjoy the video here of the actual sailboats right here on the Red Beach. After spending another 15 to 20 minutes or so getting back up that massive hill, we finally made it to the top and took this wonderful and amazing picture after having such a wonderful and amazing time at the beach. Then, on the way heading back to the road and therefore to taxi stands and whatnot, we ran into these wonderful cats. We were looking for someone to call us a cab, so we managed to find this local restaurant here and sat down for a couple of seconds while the waiter actually called us a cab, and therefore we had to wait a little bit for it to come. So that's why we sat down here and waited. This restaurant had a wonderful Santorini piece of artwork that definitely should be in some kind of amateur art gallery. Oh my goodness. So after waiting a long time, I'd say roughly between an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes, the taxi cab finally arrived and we headed on back to the hotel. After spending the whole day pretty much at the beach, we were therefore pretty dirty and pretty tired, not to mention pretty hungry. So we got back in our hotel room, we got all washed up, we took a small short break, we got all dressed up and then headed out. So we soon after headed on over to Perivolos Beach for dinner, where we found an outstanding and wonderful fish restaurant. Here it is, but they also had meat dishes as well. You guys can see here the actual dish I ate that night. It was so tasty and so delicious. And my woman had a wonderful fish dish. So after dinner, we walked around the beach strip a little bit and then hailed a cab. And we headed for the city of Thera. We did a ton more walking in the city. Oh my goodness, guys. It's so wonderful and pretty big, and you can walk around for so long. Here we are posing in front of the city. We just had dinner at Perivolos Beach, so we decided to grab a drink at a local bar here at Thera. The bar was actually called Palia Kameni, which means old, burnt. These guys were our drinks. Absolutely wonderful, guys. They were so amazing. My drink was to the left hand side and my woman's drink was to the right hand side. Mine was alcoholic and my woman's was non-alcoholic. And this was the view. Oh my goodness, guys. It was absolutely so romantic and so breathtaking. Wow. After spending a good solid hour at the actual bar, we decided to hit up two nightclubs that were also in Thera. One nightclub was playing hip hop and R&B songs and was absolutely fantastic. And then the other one just played normal English dance music. We spent a good 3 hours or so at both of these nightclubs, and then soon after, we hailed a cab back to the hotel. After getting back to the hotel, you can see by the look of my woman's face that the night was very successful and was very entertaining, and that she was very happy with it. So then we headed on back into the room and slept for the night. So that was that day. Now we're on to the next day. We did basically the same morning routine, got up, had breakfast. Then we headed on back over to the hotel room, got ready, and then we hailed another taxi cab. Then we headed in the taxi cab on over to Kamari Beach. This is a black beach and it's located to the right of Parisa Beach. So it's basically behind the big hill of Parisa Beach. And here it is, guys. There's some of the strip, okay, where there's tourist shops, restaurants, cafes, etc. Here's the other side of it. Okay, here's the actual beach. You see some beach seats and umbrellas. Okay, here we found a beautiful flagpole. Wonderful. Here you can see the mountain. And behind that mountain is Parisa Beach. And there's the beach. Some nice small boats out there. You can see more boats here on the right hand side. And there I am, lying down, enjoying. Wow, what a magnificent view. I gotta tell you guys, it's literally paradise in Santorini. Soon after, we hailed another cab and we headed for Oa. So, here's a nice shot of Oa. This is nearing sunset. Here we are, freshly arrived at Oa. Here we are to the best point in Oa to take a picture for the sunset. It was so amazing and so beautiful. Soon after that, we headed for a restaurant. We sat down. I had some calamari here, a small appetizer. Soon after, for my main course, I had a chicken souvlaki with potatoes and tzatziki sauce. My woman had a nice fish dish again. And then we started to walk around the strip in Oa. We were basically window shopping. We didn't really buy anything, but we walked a hell of a lot and saw a lot of things, that's for sure. Soon after, hailed a cab to go right back to the hotel. And then, soon after that, we still wanted to go out again. So we headed on over to Parables Beach on foot, where we walked down the strip there. We found this nice restaurant. We sat down for a couple of minutes to chill out. And then, after chilling out and relaxing, we hailed another cab right from Parabolos because it was kind of dead and boring there. We went on over to Thera. At Thera, we found this wonderful crepe place where we got a nice crepe with some strawberries. Absolutely wonderful. We spent a good amount of time there, had a crepe, then we walked around, and then we went to a club, the same club as the hip hop and R&B one. Okay, so just that one club. We went this time, didn't go anywhere else. And then we hailed a cab very late at night and went back to the hotel the next day. On the next day, it was the exact same routine. We got up, got ready, headed on over to breakfast. After breakfast, we headed back to the hotel room, packed our bags, checked out basically, and we asked and inquired the receptionist at the reception desk, who we think is one of the owners of the hotel. And she said yes, she has a cousin apparently, so basically a family member, who owns a small area of land that he has horses on, and he takes people out on horse rides. So we called him and told him to pick us up. The gentleman arrived soon after, I'd say about an hour after, picked us up with this wonderful classic Toyota pickup truck right from the hotel. He drove us roughly around half an hour or so to his piece of land where he stores his horses. This, guys, what it looks like. It was absolutely fantastic. Here's the actual horses. You have to enter in this room on the land basically to get all the horse equipment. And then we started to get the horses to wake up and be ready. And then later on, we started putting in all the horse riding equipment on the horses and got ready to ride them. Now, I was over the weight limit on this horse ride, so I had to skip it. But my woman was obviously way below the weight limit, so she got on and she started to head on out. Here's a picture of her and the actual owner of the horses and the horse riding guy. And here's a picture of us together before she headed out on her horse ride. So they went on the horse ride, they came back, and then we had to get the horses ready to be put back to the places where they stay at, basically. So we took all the equipment off, cleaned them up a little bit, fed them, put them away. Then we had to rush on over to the airport. As the time was getting closer and closer to when we had to take off in the airplane to go back to Athens airport, the nice gentleman gracefully didn't charge us anything for the actual drive to the airport. We didn't want to risk it by calling for a taxi cab, because calling for a taxi cab might take half an hour to an hour for them to arrive, plus your half an hour drive to the airport or so. So we figured, okay, we'll ask the gentleman to drive us. He gracefully drove us. All right, took about half an hour or so to get there. We got there with many minutes to spare for our flight time. We waited and went to the actual airport place where the actual plane was. We boarded the plane eventually after a few minutes, and then we landed here in Athens airport. Oh my goodness. So there you have it, guys. You guys just saw all the pictures and a couple of small videos of my trip to Santorini, Greece in the summer of 2018. Guys, that trip was so amazing, you have no idea. Oh my goodness. I highly recommend you guys go ahead and head down there with a friend or a significant other or family. It was such a blast. All right. Again, guys, be wary of those taxi cabs, as they're sort of a ripoff and kind of expensive. So therefore, either don't use them, use the bus, or bring extra money in order to pay for them, and also try to make a bargain deal with them before leaving for your destination with them. All right? So guys, this effectively ends the video. Please guys, drop a huge like on this video and subscribe for more content. Take care, have a good day, and I hope to see you guys on the next upload.